For 7 years now, war has torn Syria apart and killed hundreds of thousands of people. For 7 years, the United Nations has tried to bring the conflict to an end. It's failed. In fact, an organisation created to maintain the international order hasn't even come close to helping bring about peace. The war has exposed the UN's limitations. Every significant attempt at intervention in the crisis has been vetoed by Russia, Bashar al-Assad's main backer.
The UN Security Council works off consensus. If one state or actor vetoes a resolution, nothing happens. And when you have the members of the Security Council as co-belligerents in an issue such as Syria, that is a prescription for nothing getting done.
That's not to say the UN hasn't tried. It spent millions of dollars hosting peace talks at its offices in Geneva without success. Separate negotiations in Astana involving Russia, Turkey and Iran have sidelined the UN altogether, further underlining the organisation's impotence over Syria.
The Syrian conflict has provided a stark reminder that the real power in the world is still exercised by individual nations, not by the UN or any other international body. Ultimately, the course of the war has been determined by America's decision to limit its military involvement. That's left Russia to fill the void and shape events in favour of the Syrian regime.
The UN has played the leading humanitarian role in Syria and will continue to do so. But its inability to stop the fighting has, in the eyes of many, undermined its credibility. Jon Brain, TRT World, Washington.
With more on what's topping the UN General Assembly agenda, TRT World correspondent Frank Uciardo has more from New York.
Well, basically here at the UN, one of the themes is making it more relevant to the world. And of course, the key issues that people are going to be looking at are Iran, North Korea, and of course, the JCPOA, the Iran nuclear deal. And beginning tomorrow, there's going to be a meeting late in the day, almost into the early evening, on the Iran nuclear deal. It's being marshaled together by the European Union members. There will be perhaps a ministerial level meeting on that will involve Mike Pompeo. It's also we're hearing that maybe President Trump might be there. And that's going to be key because the entire European Union and most of the traditional U.S. allies are totally against what the U.S. has done. And they just can't come right out and they've pretty much criticized the U.S. for pulling out. And they're trying to hold it together. So we're going to hear from them on Monday night. And then later on in the week, we're going to have meetings chaired by President Trump, not in the General Assembly, but in the Security Council, a Security Council meeting on non-proliferation. But he's going to be targeting in that Iran.